Hey guys, Sneakballs here, and in the map origins there is 3 so far known codes that are in code, I guess. It's a pretty simple way of putting it. Let me try and rephrase that. There is 3 secret messages in code hidden around the map. There's only 3 currently known. There is possibly more, you never know. But they are the 3 that are currently known. And they have recently been decoded by a YouTuber called Mr. Ruffle Waffles. There'll be link to his channel in the description. I actually asked him if I could use his like key and his decoded codes and stuff and put it in my own video, and he said yeah, sure. So this video I'm going to be telling you the decoded versions of these codes, also where the codes are. The actual codes will be on the screen, and there will also be the keys to work out each particular code in the description and on screen. So the first code that we're going to be looking at is the code in the workshop bunker type thing. It's behind the map, and you have to shoot the map. I think it's 3 times. It might not be a set time. A set amount of times, and yeah, you basically have to shoot that. It falls down. There's a code in the wall behind it, and the code reads this when it's decoded. Though Edward's work was integral to our initial analysis of divinium, the rift between us grows deeper each day. I fear his loyalties lay only with Group 935, and their insatiable desire for yet more devastating weaponry. I myself can no longer continue on this path in all conscience. Though my actions will inevitably be viewed as treason, I am more concerned with just how Edward will react when I tell him of my contact with the Allies. So at this point we've got to wonder, who is this guy who wrote this this message in code or whatever? Because if you at first thought you'd think it'd be Max's, but if you read it, like he says, I fear his loyalties lay only with Group 935 and their insatiable desire for yet more devastating weaponry. He's talking in the third person about Group 935. He's not talking as if he's in Group 935, and obviously Maxis is the leader of Group 935. So that basically takes Maxis out of the picture for who this could be writing this. Who has contact with the Allies? That's another question. There's no real way of telling who this could be, unless there's one of the old characters who was in the storyline, not actually in the game. Possibly they wrote this. I don't know. I'm sure there'll be more research done, and we will eventually find out who wrote these. Now we're going to be moving on to the code in Thor the Giant, Thor the Robot, whatever you want to call him, Thor, Loki's brother, etc. And this is what it reads. The breadth of the ancients' knowledge is humbling. I find myself questioning not only my understanding of the scientific world, but also the true nature of the universe itself. For the first time in my adult life, I find myself open to the possibility of a higher power. Now, this one, I'm not so sure if it's the same guy as the last one, or not. I think this one is possibly Maxis, because he's the one who's finding out all of this knowledge about the ancients, and he's the one who's all in with the science and shit. And I mean, all of Group 935 are sciencey peoples. I can never think of technical terms when I'm doing commentaries, so I'm just going to call them sciencey peoples. I don't even care. So this one sounds a lot more like Maxis, to me at least. There's not really anything that I can really take from this at the moment, but I will, of course, even after this video goes out, be studying these codes and the deciphered codes and seeing what else I can uncover from them. The next deciphered code is from the church, and it's on the fence post outside of the church. To the right, it's like you've got to look through and you'll see it. And this is what it reads when it's decoded. From his very first day studying at Heidelberg, Edward displayed an intellect and maturity well beyond his years. However, the impact of his parents' death has affected him deeply. Though I have tried to provide him with some sort of father figure, I fear his choices may be increasingly influenced by his newfound friends within Group 935. So this decipher code sounds a lot like the first one, in terms of who would have wrote it. I feel like the language that they used is similar, the way that they put the words together, etc. And it also sounds from the perspective of the the first code from the workshop, which is the main thing that sort of connects these two. And also the thing with the one in Thor, the robot, if it was somebody from outside of 935, I don't understand how they would get that code in Thor when it's a 935 thing. So that's what makes me think it's somebody from 935 and 4, and the Church and Workshop ones are from somebody else from the third person who isn't in group 935. And I believe that the first one was wrote by the same one as the Church, some dude trying to give Edward a father figure, and he's worried about Eddie with he's increasingly influenced by his newfound friends within group 935. So basically he's worried about him doing bad shit. And yeah, so they are the deciphered codes. They will be in text in the description, as well as the keys being in text in the description, as well as on screen when I was talking about them. There'll be annotations at the top to go back to any particular one that you want to listen to again. So thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, because it did actually take me a while to make the amount of times that I was reading the deciphered codes and I would just go especially the workshop one towards the end. I'd be like, my actions will inevitably be viewed as treason. The amount of times that I fucked up on the first one, it was literally about 20 times. So yeah, give me a thumbs up for keep trooping on, keep trying. So yeah, thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe and I'll see you guys later.